Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 17. I'm Andy and we are back at Shamrock Valley episode 9. And I took all the bales back and now I started mowing this field number 6, I believe it is. So, which is quite simple actually. Oh, need to change. Ooh. There we go. So I'm just driving, mowing. Ooh, that was smoky. The first lap I did the other way, so the first round I drove on the left hand, well, turning to left basically the whole lap round, and then I turned around and now I'm driving to the right. So it's quite a simple thing. You just follow where you were, and that seems to be working out okay. Pretty simple. Just follow the line where you last mowed, and then that seems to be covering everything and not missing anything. So simply just drive here and follow that line, and then it works. So the plan is to mow these fields and then start. I'm going to turn it into hay bales. I'm thinking about doing some silage, but I haven't decided yet. I mean the animals, cows, even if we have seasoned mod, the cows will survive with water and hay. So that's why I'm thinking hay. So let's see. Lower that. Gauge cruise control. Let's say it can go about 20 kilometers per hour, but I'm running it at 15 because it seems easier and not missing, and it's not a total hassle to drive around the course here. So if I had some like a front, I could actually get one of those. Maybe I should get that. A front mower. I don't think they're too expensive. It would half the time this would take actually. How much are they? Because I think this tractor can run it pretty. It's not a problem. It should be able to run that. So maybe that's a good idea. With half the time of mowing actually. I have the money. I would be able to buy a few. How many cows less? See, a cow is what? Is that 5 grand? Now, how much is a cow? I have everything else I need for the cows, so I think I will be able. Actually, I'm gonna go buy that. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Cause it will just improve the speed of this so much. Let's see, where do you buy those? Where is actually the buy point? I don't think it's there. I think it's in here. How do you get in here? Oh, okay, cool. I actually opened with a mouse button. Let's see, I want to buy a mower. Where is it? Mowers? There's mowers. So I have this one, the Nova Cat, and I guess we will buy one of these. The front row. So 11. That's okay, I think. Buy that. So this will half the time we actually just close the door after me. I like the fact that there's a big tractor in there. A big handle. So now we will be able, hopefully, don't want to end up here. You have to keep driving on the grass to load these things. So hopefully this will half the amount of time it will take to mow everything. And that's nice, I guess. Let's see. Just trying to save time. So let's see. First we'll start that one. Then we'll switch to that one. So if we look from the outside, this will save us some time, yes. So suddenly we have 2 rings, basically. I keep saying basically, I don't know why I say basically all the time. I did follow the edge there, so that's good. So, pretty cool. This is good. I guess this is pretty good. Saving me some time. I guess we'll still have to go left-hand pattern. I will see how I will do that. The other one, the next field. I'm thinking going field 6 and then field 7. I'm trying to squeeze this recording in between studying. I dropped off the kids at school and I need to study before I have to go off to school. But I figured I could do a short episode in here. I saw this cool thing the other day, and I was thinking about actually getting an electric scooter, or moped, I call it mopeds in Sweden. And the idea was that I could drive that because I would like to buy an electric car, but there's no freaking way I can afford that. It's so expensive. People go like, oh, it's good to be, I want to be better for the environment, do things that are better for the environment, but I'm sorry, there's no way I could afford an electric car. They're so expensive. I don't know how we would do that. And a colleague of mine, we were talking about this the other day. He wants to buy a hybrid, and he has installed this fall he's installing solar panels on his entire roof actually. So we're talking about other things you could do, and I would like either a hybrid or an electric car. I guess the next car hopefully will be a hybrid, but I'm not sure. It's still very expensive. So this idea, or sort of, I had this idea in my head that maybe if I can afford an electric car, there's just no way. That's not happening. But what if I had some other things? And I was looking into electrical mopeds or scooters, and I thought, well, if I drove an electric scooter to work, that could work. I could drop off the kid. I can drop off the kids. So I could bicycle to school with the kids and leave them, go home, get the scooter, and then take the scooter to work. And that would probably save me money. Was my idea. Because hey, it's electric. It doesn't cost much to charge, and those can run easily. I can run back and forth, probably like at least 2 days on what charge to my job. It's not too far, and wouldn't take much longer because I can't really drive that fast that road anyway, so I wouldn't lose a lot of time in the morning anyway, or afternoon. And I could park right next to my job, which would save me time too also. So the idea was like, I could actually make this work. This could probably, this could work. I could get it. And I start calculating things because I just can't buy it. They're still like 20,000 Swedish crowns, which is, I don't know what, that's like 2,000 euros or something. So I didn't want to go buy it unless I did my math. So I did my math, and I was like, I'm not making this back. There's no way. I mean, if I calculated the amount, the cost, because I have the car and still has to have the car. So the cost of driving with a car, the fuel cost, that is, even though fuel is expensive in Sweden, it's by far, that's like, I think 6,500 kroners, or like 650 euros per year. That's not, that is some money, but it's not a ton of money. And just the cost of owning, and if you say I had an electric scooter for 10 years, and so the cost of buying it divided by 10, then insurance per year, which is pretty much the insurance on my car. So that would be that, and then I need to buy a new battery about every second year, I believe. So the cost of owning the electric scooter, and not counting the electrical cost, would be, say, about 9,000 Swedish kroners, which is not too much, but compared to that, I spend about 2,500 less per year on gas for the car. I'm not winning, and that's, I would lose 2,500 per year, but that's, I would be willing to pay that or lose that if it saves the environment. So I'm not against that in any way. But the problem is I wouldn't be able to drive every day. So I calculated what if I drive like half the days, or a third. I think a third is probably more reasonable, because I need the car sometime in work and I need to drive the kids, and so maybe a third would be reasonable, the amount of time I would actually be able to save. And actually, I'm gonna install something. We're gonna save it here. I'm gonna go drive control. I'm gonna install drive control, because drive control I set it up so I can use the buttons to just raise and lower the front and back implement, so I could actually raise and lower the mowers pretty easily. So that's why I'm restarting the game. I'm gonna put drive control in the what do you say? In the link in the description below. So anyway, and if you figure I could drive a third, I'm only saving a third of those 6,000, so which would be maybe 2,200 kroners, Swedish kroners, and I would pay 9,000, so I'd lose 7,000, so a year. And then I started looking at, okay, how much would I actually save in the environment, which I know it's not an easy calculation to do, because it costs the production of the batteries aren't that great, and the production of the whole moped isn't very environmentally sound either. So, well, I guess compared to a car, it's better, but still, it's not that easy. But if you just look at the amount of fuel I would save, if I drove a third of a year, I would save, I think it was, there we go, 141 liters of fuel per year. And that's 141 liters per year. That's good. Absolutely. I'm not saying that's not good. But is it that good? Critical. Try find. Drive. I have so many stuff mods installed. Oh, let's start from the bottom, maybe. Better. Drive control. There you go. So the thing is, I would save some. I mean, if I do a third, I would lose about 7 grand per year. I would save 141 liters of fuel. So, what's that? I have to calculate that. That's I'm just gonna see how much is it. 7,000 kroners per year I would lose divided by 141. So that would bring the cost to me personally to save each liter of fuel there would be 49 or almost 50 kroners, and they cost like 16 kroners per liter at a fuel stop. So I would actually pay. Oh, that's so much. I'm sorry, that's horrendously big. Let's see. So I sort of figured out that there's no real point in doing that. So first we're gonna go down here and we're gonna open the gate firstly, of course. Well, first we're gonna drive a left-hand pattern, and we're just gonna use our front mower. So now I drag control, so if I press one button here, I could lower and raise the mower, and I press another button, I will turn it on. So now it's on, and that's an easier way to do this. So first we drive, I raise the other one, so oh, there's a train again, nice. So first we drive one lap this way, and then we'll turn around and drive the other way, and then we'll use both mowers. And this is a way to just, if I drive this way first lap, I could drive the other way too, it's not a difference actually. Why didn't I drive the other way? I wouldn't have to turn around. Ah, silly me. But anyway, this is one way of doing it. I should have driven the other way, sorry. I would have been smarter actually. So using drive control, I can actually set up, I said have it set up so I can individually control the mowers. Both start them and lower them. I can't fold them though, unless I go to them and press X. But I could individually start them and lower them, which I think is more realistic. I've been looking for that for so long. It was around forever and ever. That function in the mowers, I just didn't know about it, basically. So we'll do the first lap here, like so. So, and then I would press raise that, and I'll back up here, and I will unfold that one. Like so. Okay, so now here I can I can start the front mower and I could lower it, and I could start the back one and lower it individually. So this is a pretty awesome way of doing that. And the idea is to more mimic the realistic. If you mow area, you wouldn't always mow it. If you don't need to use both the front and back, you wouldn't use both the front and back. You would use one of them, depending on what the grass is and what you're mowing. So using drive control, I can set that up. You have to set it up in the control sections of what's it called? Of the setup in the main menu. But and I can't remember how you did it somehow. Yeah, it's called something in the controls there, so you can individually start and stop front and back implements, which is pretty awesome actually if you really think about it. Didn't miss anything there, that's good. So I guess this is a pretty good way of doing this fast. I'm really glad I bought the front implement, that was good. Goodbye. Especially if we're going to do animals, we're going to do a lot of hay and silage, grass mowing basically at all. We should actually also have fertilizer, so I could fertilize these fields. We'll hold off on that. I guess in the future I need to spread slurry and manure too. I need those, but we're gonna get a bunch of bales, hay bales, and then we can actually buy some animals. That's sort of what I'm waiting for. So you can raise that front one and raise the back one. Lower the front one and then lower the back one. So control that with just 2 buttons on my steering wheels, which is pretty awesome. Actually, actually it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. So I guess, I mean, in real life you would go, for instance, this area, you would go, I don't have no idea in real life how you would do, and you would raise that. Maybe you would look back at that, and you would raise that, you know, like so. And then lower that one, and run it. Good. So look back, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, this goes pretty nice and pretty fast. Like 5 strings already. It didn't take a long time. So what else? Like Shamrock Valley, it's a cool map. I like it a lot. I know Daggerwind plays on it, and there's probably some other people playing on it too. But I'm thinking we probably play it a little bit differently. Which is good, I guess. There's room for different styles of playing stuff. And I actually think I was just looking at a piece of a part of Daggerwind's play on Shamrock Valley, and he also uses Deutz tractor. It's like I did not mimic him. I was just sort of doing what it was suggested to me. So I'm just doing what was suggested to me. Just interesting that. Maybe it's more the style. This Shamrock, like an old Irish farm. Not a ton of money. You wouldn't be able to buy nice fancy new equipment. You would run older style tractors because that's what you could afford to run. So maybe that's the real difference there. My clock buzzed me and said, like, you have to move now. So anyway, jumping back to the moped, I sort of I don't know, it's fall, so I'm not run the electric scooter in the middle of the winter, so I'm probably not gonna buy it. Maybe during the fall if I suddenly have a ton of money, but as I don't have a ton of money, and I won't have a ton of money this fall either, so probably keep running just using my car. I wish I could be more environmental. I think it should. The only way of getting people to really be really environmental friendly is to force the industry to stop selling stuff. I'm sorry, I wish there were another way. The only way things would go cheaper is that if there were no other stuff to produce. So because the car industry needs to sell vehicles, right? So to be able to sell vehicles, people buy them. If people only have the choice to buy electric cars, then they will buy electric cars. That's just because people need to move around. And you could probably not I'm not saying they're overpriced. They probably cost that much to develop, but I'm saying that maybe we need to have less choice. It sounds, I'm not really completely in terms with my idea there, but I'm thinking that we have to do something for the environment, and it's not happening by itself. So I guess the only way of doing it is by eliminating choices. So you can buy an electric car or an ethanol car or ethanol based car or something, but that's your choices. Otherwise, I don't think it will happen too soon. Not soon enough. I think humanity has a numbered set of days on this planet. We probably have that anyway, but I would wish for my kids and their kids and my grandkids and the grandkids and so on, they would have a chance of living in a nice way here. I lucked out. I was born in a pretty wealthy country in a pretty good section of time, so but I hope my kids get the same possibilities as I had. Anyway, this doesn't get much more exciting than this. Mowing away. Mowing away. I'm gonna stop recording that. So this has been a mowing episode. We'll see if probably get another mowing episode in. I need to completely mow 6. How many fields do I own actually? I own grass. These are the grass fields. I own these 3, so I need to complete those before starting to first tether the grass and then tether, windrow it, and bale it. So that's quite a lot of stuff left to do still before we have our grass bales, which then need to be transported. By the way, thank you for your comment, Farmer Klein. I know it's boring work, but I think it's, if I want to hold it realistic, and I don't think you would. I don't know if Irish farmers do tend to buy a lot of bales from each other. Maybe they do, but I'm thinking that I will try to make this self-sufficient farm. I should probably have a silage wrapper, so I can wrap silage if I want to. How much is silage? But I don't think that's too. Well, it's not cheap by anyway. But I need to buy some cows first, so I get an income, and then when we have an income, we can look into trying to buy a bale wrapper, I guess. Unless I want to blanket that in the silo. But I'm thinking bale wrapper probably. Only if there's a cheap bale wrapper out there. Mod or something. Anyway, so I'm just continuing talking here. Thank you for watching this episode. My name is Andy, and this has been Let's Play episode 9 on Shamrock Valley for Farming Simulator 17. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share, and everything is greatly and truly appreciated. So have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Bye bye.